Yo, what's going on, guys? This is Brian here, back with a brand new video, and today we're going to be testing 6 different game systems. We gotta see if they work to resell, as well as going over sales from the last week that we gotta get packaged and drop off at the post office ASAP. Real quick, I'm letting those of you who missed the last video, I'm letting y'all know that these systems here came out of a bundle of a lot of gaming stuff for $200. This is going to be the bread and butter of what I can resell to make a bunch of profit. I do not know if any of them work. I wasn't told. He couldn't test any of them because he didn't have all the cables and whatnot. So I got to basically see if they work, clean them up, and list them and sell them. Now I have a question for y'all. If any of these don't work today, would you like me to make a video on if fixing them, trying to diagnose the problem, or what you like to see? Just let me know down in the comments below. I'm going to get right into the testing. So this Dragon Ball game work. Alright, it turns on. Oh, this cannot be read. Let's try it again. Love that. Alright, so that disc isn't working. Let's try a different one. That's really bad. It's scratched up, so it might not work at all. We're gonna try a minty version. A minty disc. This is a complete mint disc of Mario Sunshine. Let's see if this one works. Looks, there it goes. That one's working. So the GameCube itself works. It's just this one disc doesn't work. Okay, so this controller looks like it works. That's a positive. I can clean it up, replace the thumbstick, sell it, and make a little bit of money. That's a positive. Bam. Let's try these. This is the one that's actually going to be the one I sell to him. Okay, that one looks like it works. And alright, I'm gonna call those as working. At least we know the system works and the controllers work. Now I just gotta see if I can fix these games. Fix this game. So clean it, maybe it'll work. I'll slide that over. There we go. Alright. I ordered the AV cable in the mail. That was a few dollars. And I have a power cord that was just sitting around here that does fit it. So, this don't look too bad. So, keep in mind, I've never actually had a Dreamcast. I've never seen one in person. So, I have no idea what it's supposed to do or look like. That's going to be something we find out. Now we're going to hit the power button. Let's see. Does it work? Those signals with the TV. Oh, there we go. I must have just had it plugged in wrong. I gotta do Google real quick because I don't know how to use this. It thinks it's 1998. How cute. It's 2020, baby. I don't know the date. It's something 2020. I don't want to waste more time on this, but we do know the system works and the one controller works. I just gotta make sure the other two work. Okay, so it does power on, and it does act like it's something. It does register on the flat screen, so that's a positive. Let's see if WrestleMania Challenge works. Huh? It's not reading the card in there, so this card's either dirty or the pin connector's messed up. It's my dad's game right here. I know this one works. I know because I use it to test mine and his after I put new pin connectors in them. Alright, that tells me that the pin connector's not good. Okay, so something's up with this Xbox. I have to figure that out. So we got so far what? 3 out of 4. So I got a couple of things to fix. I have quite a few things to fix. I'm about to plug in the original Xbox next. There we go. It's another one that works. It's perfect. So that's gonna be fun cleaning everything. But besides that though, Xbox works. Dreamcast works. GameCube works, but I need to do some stuff to it. 360, I don't know what's wrong with it. Gonna have to try to figure that out. NES needs its pin connector, and the Super Nintendo, I need to diagnose that whole thing and try to figure out if I can replace that or not. And the Game Boy works. So this is a pretty good turnout. I mean, with just the GameCube, Xbox, and Dreamcast alone, with some Super Nintendo games, I'll make profit. So I digress. Alright, so that's going to be it for testing stuff in this video, but make sure y'all stick around because we're about to go over all of our eBay orders for the week. So, alright guys, we got about 20 orders to go through. 19 on eBay, 1 on Amazon, which I'm not much of an Amazon seller, but I do post stuff on there time to time if I choose to, and I normally don't get sales on there. This is kind of awkward, kind of different for me, so I'm just going to show y'all what I sold and tell you the price. I'm not going to get into that, but we do have a lot to get through, so I'm trying not to waste time, so I'm just going to start just drilling through it. First up we have sold is a listing I put together as a lot. 2 PS3 007 games. It is 007 GoldenEye Reloaded and then 007 Quantum of Solace. And I bundled those together because Quantum of Solace doesn't really work much. So I just added it to GoldenEye Reloaded to make it work more. And I took those together and I got $16 free ship on the pair. Which these both came out of that bundle from my coworker for $60. So not bad sale. Always like it. Next up, we have another PS3 game, Monopoly, complete in box. It's only got a generic case, but it is complete though. It does have the manual, and I got $12 free shipping on this. So shipping's gonna be like $3-4 bucks. Cost of goods for this and the other one, the last game, was generally for all those it's a couple dollars a piece. So probably $2-3 bucks a piece on each one. But when I buy lots like that, I don't really look at it like that. I kind of look at it as, okay, I've sold $200 of stuff. I got $200 for what I spent already. Everything else is profit. But for this one, it's going to cost me about $3 to ship. So I should be making around $6 or so off of this particular item. Another PS3 game as well. This is Family Game Night 4 Game Show. I got this, was also at that lot. Should be complete in box if I remember correctly. No manual. I sold it. I got $9.99 free shipping on that. So again, about $3 or so to ship. So it's gonna probably get about $4 profit if I
if I'm doing my math in my head on the ball correctly. Generally, on those games, I'm making about the same amount of money on any of those disc games like that. We got a different item this time. It's the first time I sold something on it like this on the channel that I can remember. It's a vintage Whitman Rummy Royal board game. Sort of like a table-sized plastic game sheet is all it is, and you I guess you do like poker chips and stuff and cards on it. It's from 1967, I believe. It's in the 60s, give or take. 1962. So I bought it for $5 from a thrift store in their vintage area. I bought it for $5, and I got $21 plus $10.90 shipping. So pretty decent flip. Should make about $13, $12 profit, give or take. I don't really sell games too often because I can't really find a lot of good ones, but I couldn't pass this up for $5 at the thrift store. Here we have an official N64 gray controller. I sold this for $17 free ship, and the reason I went with that price is because the stick isn't too great. It's alright, but it's not the best, and there's also some dents up top. If y'all can see those, there's some dents up top that sort of, I felt, deter the value of the controller. So I got about $17 free ship, which that was free. That was given to me by somebody. So that's actually just gonna be straight profit. Should be about $4 or $5 to ship that. So I should be making around like $10 profit. So not bad. Always great when you get stuff for free that you can sell. Next up, we have a little classic thing. I got Frogger Arcade TV plug and play. This sold for $13.99 free shipping. I paid about $3 at the thrift store for it, and after shipping and all this other stuff, I should be profiting about $4 or so. Not a great buy, but it's profit, it's money, and I always like having money because if you always get that one big sale a week and you have a bunch of small ones sprinkled in there, it's not too bad. But if I had to buy this again, like if I had an option to buy one of these again, I probably wouldn't, just because it sits for a little longer than I thought it would. But $4 profit is $4 profit. So, and you thought we were done with PS3 games? No, we have at least 2 more to go through. So first up is Dragon Ball Z Budokai HD Collection for the PS3, right there. Sold that for $29.99 free shipping. That also came out of the $60 PS3 buy, and that after fees and cost of goods, I should be profiting about $24 or so, $23. So that's a pretty good one. And when I going into that purchase, I already knew that my money would be made basically on the kids games and Dragon Ball Z, the Dragon Ball games. So I already had that mindset in place when I offered $60. I already knew I'd make it all back almost entirely on Dragon Ball. So, which leads me to my next one, which is Dragon Ball Raging Blast 2. And I got that for $25 free shipping. It's complete in box with the manual, cover art. It's got the PS4 case for some reason. I don't know why that is, but I still got $25 free ship for it. So about $19 or so after shipping and all that. So not too bad. Next up we have a DVD, which is another one of those Digimon disc onlys. It's just one disc of the season. I got $4.80 free shipping on that. Again, like I said last video, it is just to kind of coop back the cost of something I shouldn't have bought. I should have checked it before I bought it that it had all the discs, and I just wasn't thinking at the time. But that is just the second season, volume 4, disc free that I sold. So after shipping and fees, I'm paying about $1 something on it, but at least I'm getting back the money that I spent. So again, always check the disc at the store when you're buying stuff from a thrift store or yard, so make sure it's in there. Even to tape it up, I always got a knife on my keychain, so I kind of cut them to make sure. Like if I already know I'm going to buy it, I'm going to cut it to make sure it's in there. So that's just what I do. I'd recommend you do it too. We have another movie lot. This is an action movie lot. It's got like Expendables and Fight Trash and Django and Iron Man and all that fun stuff. And I got that. It's a lot of 11. I I believe I took an offer on it for $8 free shipping, just to kind of move them, keep the movies and stuff going out, because I'm almost out of movies in my inventory. Surprisingly, I had them for like a whole year, a lot of this stuff, and I've slowly just kind of sold out of my movies. But after shipping, which medium mail is going to be about $3, $3.30, I should be profiting about $3 or so, which again, I already made all my money on those, plus so much profit. So at this point, I just move them to get the inventory space back. So profit's profit. Another video game related item, we have Guitar Hero on DS with the actual guitar attachment for the DS Lite. You plug it in and you hit the strums for the guitar. And I got $10.79 free shipping for that. And it's $10.79 because I'm running a 10% sale over the Black Friday weekend. So I'm doing that, and that put it down at $10.79. So which helped the sale, so I don't really care. Sale is a sale, but that's I think I got this for a lot of stuff, so it only costed me like $1 or $2 for this. So after shipping and the cost of goods and fees, I should be profiting about $4 or $5, give or take. So not too bad. I'm kind of happy it's gone. We sold another Super Mario World for Super Nintendo. This one we got $18.99 free ship for it. So again, this came out of one of my big huge buys a while back, and after shipping and cost of goods, I should be making about $13-14 on that, so not too shabby. Always like selling games. We have another N64 controller for sale that has sold for $22 free ship. It is the Atomic Purple one. This one has kind of a loose stick. It's not great, but I took I think I sent an offer out on it, $22, and someone took it. So that's another sale. Again, that was also free. I didn't pay for that as well, so that's just straight profit after fees. Probably 15 or so bucks. So not too bad. Here's a doozy. We actually sold a lot of Game Boy games. 8 Game Boy Advance games for $25 free shipping. And these, I could have probably got a little more for them, but I don't know what it was. I guess I was sitting on them for so long that I kind of just threw them up for $25, and they sold like the same day. And I could have got more, but at the end of the day, sometimes things happen and you learn to make sure to listen properly. So, but like, this came out of a purchase of a Game Boy DS purchase a year and a half ago, it feels like, and I already made all my profit back on that, so this is just extra money, so not too bad. But it was sitting for a while, though. I mean, for quite a while. It's been sitting in my house and stuff that I hadn't touched it, so that is unfortunate. Make sure you always listen to stuff as soon as possible. You don't want it to sit, because then you're just losing money at that point. We have another game. This is one of those Simon Airs, which I've never played a Simon Air before. This is after my time, after the time when I was playing this sort of stuff. What time was 2015? Yeah, no, I was like 15. I wasn't playing Simon Air at 15. So, I digress. It's not something I would have experienced. I don't even know how you use this thing, but it's brand new. I bought it from a thrift store, so I'm sure I paid no more than $4 for it. I typically have a limit on a lot of stuff like that unless it's worth a lot. But for this particular one, it's only worth $21. This is what I got for, was $21 free shipping. So after fees, should be making around $12, $13, give or take. So turn $4 to $13, and that's a win. It's always a win. Here we have a lot of 5 Star Wars Pezzes. I don't know what year they're from. I know they're not the more recent ones though. But these were sitting in my storage. They were listed at one point, like a year and a half ago. And I don't know what happened. I don't know if it was an auction and they stopped relisting it, or if eBay took it down or whatever. But it was sitting up there for so long, and I forgot I even had it. And when we moved into the house, it's kind of just like, wow, we got all this stuff that hasn't been listed, or was and is no longer listed. So I put it up, and then within a day it sold for $6 free shipping, which just to get it out the way, get the space, not to worry about it, because it's something I didn't even know I had. I forgot I had it. Like, I got that a long time ago, and this much profit has been made on the stuff it came with, so I'm happy to just kind of get something for it and not have to keep it around. We're nearing the final stretch here. We sold Sonic the Hedgehog for the Game Boy Advance for $19.99 free shipping. I bought this for, I believe it was $5. I paid $5 for this. So after fees and shipping, I should be making about 10 bucks. So turn 5 to 10, that's pretty good. Ironically, some buyer or watcher offered me, I think they offered me $10. And I countered with 15, and they ignored it, which I'm happy they ignored it because I got the full asking price of $19.99 for it. So I always love when that happens. Which happens a little bit later. You're going to see that in a minute. Not yet, though. We got the big one, the Sony VCR. So it came with the remote, and I had an extra cable lying around that I bought it with it. I actually had 2 tapes in the listing, but the person specifically said they didn't want the tapes. They just wanted the VCR remote and the cables. So I actually had it listed for $75 free ship. And I believe someone sent me an offer for $60. And I've had this for so long that I just took the offer of $60 because it's a lot of profit for what I paid. Considering that at thrift stores I pay no more typically than $7-8 for a VCR DVD. Or a VCR DVD combo, or just a straight VCR. I tend to not pay more than $7-8. Typically like $4 or $5 down here for me. So with that being said, it's probably gonna cost me a max of $20, depending on where it's going. But it should be more like 12, 14, something like that. It just depends on where it's headed. But with the $60 sale and a max of like $8 buy cost, so I'm probably looking at like $30 profit, which that's pretty good to me. When you're putting 6 or 8 into 30, that's a pretty good sale. I'm gonna go ahead and show y'all real quick my one Amazon sale. It was a book. I bought it from the discount store, brand new. I think $1 or $2 for it. I sold it for $8.99 plus shipping on Amazon. Which I actually have 2 of them. I have the other one listed up there too, and this one's sold. It's been up there for like a month or so, and it just sold. So I'm happy to get the money back for this. So I'm gonna have to remember how to ship Amazon because it's been a few months since I sold anything on Amazon. So yeah, money. We have one last sale to go over in this video before we cut it off and end it. This is I believe my biggest like single item flip so far in my 1.5 years of reselling. This has probably been my biggest flip in a single item. I've had, turn 200 into 400 like for multiple items, but this is the first time I've bought one thing and flipped it for so much. So I'm gonna pick the box up. I'm gonna let y'all try to guess what it is before I even tell y'all. Now you go ahead, you tell me, what do you think this box is? What do you think is in here? It's heavy, by the way. This is pretty heavy. Tell me what you think is in here, and I'm gonna see if you're right. So go ahead and comment real quick what you think is in the box, and then I'm gonna tell you. I'll wait. So that box contains a typewriter. It's an IBM Personal Wheel Writer 2 typewriter. It's electric. You plug it into the wall, and you do what a typewriter does. I bought it from a Goodwill for 25 bucks. I tested it, made sure it worked, made sure I typed up a whole paragraph with it, and it had no problems. It worked flawlessly. I cleaned it up, and I listed it a couple days ago for the asking price of $280 free shipping. Somebody had offered me $200 for it. I responded back with $250. They ignored it. And then the next day it sold for $280, which I love it when it happens. So for the full, that's the price of $280, but it should be probably around $30-$35 to ship, because it's gonna be 20-something pounds. So it's at the max, it's gonna be $40 to ship. I think to the buyer's location. I think they're pretty close to me, but I gotta actually go to my work to weigh it. I work in a warehouse. I gotta go up there to weigh it because I don't have a scale at home capable of getting a proper estimate for this to actually know how much it's gonna cost to ship it. But it's not gonna be any more than $50. Should be around 30 or so though. I think the buyer's pretty close. But you take account. Let's say it's $40 to do a median. $25 buy cost, $40 shipping, eBay fees, PayPal fees. Probably looking at about $150 profit, which I think that's the biggest single item flip I've ever done. Alright guys, that's it for all the sales I've had this past week up until Black Friday, and it's one of the best weeks. I think it's probably the best week I've had in sales in my entire time on eBay. So it's exciting. I love this kind of Q4 sales. It's fantastic. I actually have the inventory that would sell at this time of year, and I'm ready to go ahead and just pack all this stuff up, get it ready to drop at the post office tomorrow, and go to bed because I've been up since today's Friday. It's currently 8 o'clock at night, and I've been awake since about 12 something this morning because I had to go to work at my actual job and work a 10-hour shift, so I'm kind of tired, but I'm ready to get this stuff packaged up so I can drop it out of the post office, and then I'm ready to see y'all in the next video. So I'm gonna see y'all later.